Hi, I'm Dr. Isaac Alexis from the Slim Samurai Group 84, helping you to slash through sickness and offering you a slice of health and wellness. Hi, my samurais and samurettes. Today's topic, part 6 of mental health, 5 steps to mental tranquility. Today we're going to talk about the 5th step, which is sleep. The 5th step being sleep. Before I continue, don't forget to like, subscribe, send 25 of your friends, comment so I know what to talk on future topics, click the notification bell on the subscribe button as well. Now let's look at the evidence for sleep. According to the National Institutes of Health, as it relates to sleep, adults need 8 hours of sleep every night, 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Newborns, on the other hand, need around 16 to 18 hours of sleep. And in case my Slim Samurais and Samurettes, you're wondering, yes, that's the same number of hours that lions and lionesses sleep, 16 to 18 hours a day. Now let's move on to preschool children. They need 11 to 12 hours of sleep to be functional and productive. Now you might be asking, my children are a little older than that, and I have teenagers. How many hours does a typical teenage child need? I'm glad that you asked, as I have several teenagers myself. They need at least 10 hours of sleep every night. And yes, you don't have to scrape by on that 5 to 6 hours of sleep just before the midterms and the finals to really do well on your tests. Young people, you want to get that 9 to 10 hours of sleep. And I can say so because, yes, in medical school, I had to study 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. But I still made sure that I got my 8 to 9 hours every night. I know sometimes it's hard when those teachers give you a lot of homework, but it still can be done. Now, you may be asking me, Dr. Alexis, what are the categories of sleep? Great question again. There's 2, REM, non-REM sleep. Typically, you begin the night with non-REM sleep, followed by REM sleep. This cycle, REM, non-REM, is 90 minutes long and occurs 4 times to 5 times, ideally every night. Deep sleep occurs in the final stages of non-REM sleep. Now let's look at individually the varied stages of sleep so we can understand why sleep is a powerhouse in mental health, maintenance, and in fighting anxiety and depression. Stage 1 sleep, non-REM sleep, that is. You're going to have alpha waves, which is around 8 to 13 hertz, and then you're going to get a mixture of some theta waves at 4 to 7 hertz, which is the alpha being fast moving, and then initially it's going to slow itself down. In stage 1 of sleep, heartbeats, your breathing pattern, and eye movements begin to slow. Those are my eye movements that I'm demonstrating for the camera, the big eyes. I hope that helped. Your muscles relax with occasional twitching in stage 1 sleep. Brain waves in stage 1 non-REM begins to slow. Let's segue to stage 2 of non-REM sleep. Your core temperature drops, eye movements stop, heartbeat and breathing begin to slow even more. Stage 3 and 4, we're looking at delta wave, the deep sleep, delta wave. Your heartbeat and breathing now are at their slowest. It's difficult to wake you up even with a loud noise. Your brain waves are at their slowest. And generally after this, you have your REM sleep. This is where you actively are dreaming, your eyes are moving rapidly, heart rate increases, breathing rate increases, almost as if the beginning of stage 1. Now you might be asking, Dr. Alexis, what's the breakdown typically of sleep? Great question. You spend 75% of your sleep in non-REM sleep, over 25% in REM sleep. Out of this, some 10 to 25% of your total sleep is deep sleep. Now, something very important that I'm going to talk about. To measure anxiety levels, there were some researchers that asked a group of 18 young adults to watch a scary, shocking video. First, after a full night's sleep, and then, number 2, after a sleepless night. Now, they did some brain scans to look at the activity and specific parts of the brain that are typically affected with sleep versus sleepless nights. Now, they did brain scans, functional MRIs. There's an area of the brain called the medial prefrontal cortex. And this medial prefrontal cortex region of the brain was deactivated after a sleepless night. Let me repeat that. The medial prefrontal cortex was deactivated after a sleepless night. Now, prior studies have shown that this part of the brain reduces anxiety and stress. And if you didn't get enough sleep, this pretty much part of the brain is rendered non-functional. It's like a physiological brain death, if you look at it. Anyway, according to leading scientist Dr. Simons at the Human Sleep and Science Center at UC Berkeley, deep sleep restores prefrontal mechanisms that regulates our emotions. And prefrontal cortex in general is seen if there's dysfunction, there's various states we've seen in addiction medicine in the nucleus accumbens, but that's another talk. But frontal cortex is responsible for appropriate behaviors, moods, emotions. It's a very complex region. There's still so much we have to learn on the human brain. So you may be asking, Dr. Alexis, what are the steps I should be taking tonight in order to get a good night's sleep? And I'm glad that you asked that, my samurais and my samurettes. Let's give you some baseline guidance based on the latest evidence from the National Institutes of Health, the sleep division. What you want to do is stick to a sleep schedule. You want to go to bed the same time every night. You want to wake up in the morning the same time. You have to develop that schedule, stick to it. And yes, even on the weekends, when your friends are asking you to come out and party. Next, exercise. Exercise helps you to sleep better at night, but not too late in the day. You shouldn't do any exercise within 2 to 3 hours before going to bed, because it's going to keep you up. Next, avoid alcohol. As drinking alcohol before bedtime, it's actually going to keep you in the lighter stages of sleep. You may be prevented from going into the deeper, more refreshing levels of sleep. Even though alcohol is a sedative, and may initially make you feel like you're getting sleepier, it's actually a disguise. It's going to actually keep you in the lighter stages of sleep. Next, what I want you to do, my samurai family, don't take any naps after 3 p.m. If taking a nap, I would limit it to 20 to 30 minutes, preferably before 3 p.m. Next, you need to have the right sunlight exposure. You want to get out every day for 30 minutes in the sunlight. This sunlight, it helps to set the sleeping pattern known as the circadian rhythms of the body. That's what you want to do even on a cloudy day. There's still benefit because of the fact you're going to get at least 50,000 lumens of light. On a bright sunny day, you'll get around 95 to 100,000 lumens of light. Either way, you're going to, in the bright, sunny, blue sky day, and also on the cloudy day, you're going to get some type of sunlight that penetrates through the clouds to help the circadian rhythms in order for you to help yourself in enjoying a very good night of sleep. Next, keep away from those cell phones. They emit blue light, and this restricts the release of melatonin. Your body naturally secretes melatonin in order to assist you in falling asleep each night. Some phones have night mode with that orange tint. That's okay, but we can never be sure that this different mode is ever going to be enough, because there may still be some spectrums of light that's still going to keep you up. So my best advice, throw the damn phone in your dresser drawer for the night and wake up the next morning feeling refreshed and ready to take on the world. My samurais and my samurettes. I'm Dr. Isaac Alexis from the Slim Samurai Media Group 84, helping you to slash through sickness and offering you a slice of health and wellness. God bless.